Okay, so picture this. A quiet Sunday morning. It's about 9 a.m. in this small, really close-knit village in Assiut Governorate, Egypt. Life's just ticking along.
Yeah, the usual sounds, the dust, families getting started, until something completely shatters that peace.
Charters is right. Some villagers spot something in a water channel. Something unnatural.
It's the upper torso of a human body, just floating there,
Yeah.
headless. It's deeply, deeply disturbing.
And the horror just mounts because within minutes they find the lower half nearby.
Exactly. So security forces, criminal investigators, they all descend on the scene immediately. First thoughts are, okay, who is this? Looks like a young man killed very recently.
But here's where it gets strange right from the start.
This is the anomaly. News like this, it travels like lightning in a place like that.
Sure, everyone would know something awful happened.
Right. But nobody comes forward. Nobody identifies the body.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even weirder, no one's reported anyone missing locally.
Wow, that's silence. But that's loud, isn't it? In a community where everyone knows everyone else's business.
It's profoundly unsettling. It screams that maybe this wasn't random, maybe the victim was brought here from somewhere else.
And then they find the final piece, the head, confirming it's a young man, maybe 20s, but also the violence.
Yeah, numerous stab wounds, vicious, suggests intense rage, maybe revenge, or something else entirely.
This isn't just a straightforward murder case, is it?
Not even close. The level of violence, the mystery around the ID,
Yeah.
it points to something darker.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Because this case, it spirals quickly away from, a normal homicide investigation into something really disturbing. Betrayal, superstition, unbelievable greed. That's our deep dive today.
So first things first, identification. They have the parts, but no name.
Right, so forensics gets involved, fingerprinting, the whole deal.
Exactly. Full forensic workup. They're checking prints, cross-referencing every single missing person report filed, not just locally, but across Assiut and neighboring areas.
That must take time.
It does, but it works. They get a hit. A report filed 3 days earlier, back on Thursday.
And that gives them a name.
Yes. Ahmed, 28 years old. And crucially, reported missing from a village quite some distance away.
Ah, okay. That explains why no local reports came up initially. So who was Ahmed?
And this part's important, kind of sets the stage for the tragedy. Ahmed was, by all counts, a really good guy. Popular, worked hard driving a small transport truck.
Had his own business, basically.
Yeah, doing reasonably well financially, highly respected. He was actually fixing up his apartment in the family home, getting ready to get married.
Oh, man. Just starting his life.
Absolutely. And he was central to his family. His parents were separated. His mom lived with his paternal grandmother in the family compound. Ahmed was the reliable one, the fixer everyone leaned on.
Okay, so he's this dependable, well-liked young man. What were his last known movements?
Thursday evening.
His mother and grandmother gave the police the timeline. Around 8 p.m. that Thursday, his uncle's wife, they lived right next door in the same compound, came over.
His aunt, effectively.
Right, his aunt. She asks Ahmed, can you come over and fix our washing machine?
And Ahmed, being the helpful guy, goes immediately, helps his aunt. But he never comes back home.
Never returns. So the family starts looking.
Frantically. By 2 a.m., it's clear something's wrong. This isn't like Ahmed at all. They search.
And what do the uncle, the aunt, and their son Adam say, the ones whose house he went to?
They all tell the exact same story. To the family searching and later to the police, they say, yeah, Ahmed fixed the machine. Then he got a weird phone call, seemed urgent, and rushed off saying he had to go somewhere quickly.
A convenient story. All three saying the same thing.
Consistency can be reassuring or it can be rehearsed. And here, it just didn't line up with the physical evidence.
How so?
This is critical. During that frantic early morning search, neighbors noticed something important. Ahmed's own transport truck, the one he used for work.
Yeah.
It was still parked right there outside the house.
Ah, so if he rushed off, he didn't take his truck.
Exactly. He must have been picked up or left in someone else's car, which means that alibi.
The strange call, rushed off story. It was a lie from the second they told it. Okay, so the police know the family next door is lying. The uncle, aunt, cousin Adam.
Suspicion immediately sharpens on them. And then something else happens, just 2 days after Ahmed vanished. Saturday morning.
What's that?
The aunt, the one who asked him to fix the washing machine. Neighbors see her leaving the house carrying a big travel bag.
Okay. Where's she going?
Her story. She suddenly needs urgent leg surgery, has to go to Cairo right away.
Wait, what? They're in the middle of this desperate search for her nephew, who was last seen at her house, and she decides now is the time for sudden, unmentioned leg surgery in another city.
It makes absolutely no sense. Neighbors thought it was bizarre, too. She'd never complained about her legs before, leaving during the search. It's illogical.
That's not just illogical, that's a massive red flag waving frantically.
A huge one. This bizarre trip, plus the lie about the truck. It pushes investigators to dig deeper into that specific family unit, the Unkers family.
And what do they find?
They uncover the uncle's, let's say, expensive hobby. He had this long-standing obsession with antiquities, and importantly, with illegal, unauthorized digging, looking for treasure.
Ah, the classic hunt for buried riches. So he was digging under the house.
Apparently. Though get this, 5 months earlier, the family had made a big show of telling everyone they'd stopped digging, filled in any pits, claimed it was over.
But the aunt's sudden surgery trip suggests maybe it wasn't over.
Precisely. Based on her suspicious departure and the digging history, police demand a search warrant for the uncle's house, the one right next door to Ahmed's mother.
And I'm guessing the uncle wasn't thrilled.
Highly resistant.
Yeah.
Especially about certain rooms. Tried to block access, lock them up.
That never looks good. What did they find when they got inside?
It was a house of horrors. Those specific rooms he tried to hide. The walls were smeared with blood.
Oh, God.
And not just random splatters, strange deliberate marks, like bloody handprints almost. Ritualistic patterns.
Ritualistic. Okay, this is getting darker. What else?
Beneath those marks, the floor wasn't solid. They found massive, deep excavation shafts. Pits dug straight down, 20 meters deep, 20 meters.
That's incredibly deep. Under a house.
Yes, and inside those pits, more blood, a large quantity, plus digging tools, proof they hadn't stopped digging 5 months ago. They'd carried on in secret.
The blood, the pits, the weird marks, the resistance.
The evidence was overwhelming, immediate. This wasn't just where Ahmed was last seen. This was likely where he was killed, violently, and it was somehow connected to this secret digging.
So they arrest the uncle and the son, Adam.
Right away, on the spot.
And the confession, what did it reveal? Did it explain the sheer brutality, the strange marks?
It did. And the motive, it's almost unbelievable. It goes way beyond simple greed or anger. It's greed twisted up with extreme, dangerous superstition.
Superstition? What do you mean?
Okay, so the family, the uncle, the aunt, the son, Adam, and even their daughter, they had kept digging secretly. They were desperate, convinced treasure was buried beneath them.
Right, the illegal excavation.
But they weren't finding anything, so they hired help. 2. Well, sorcerers, charlatans, maybe locally called sheikhs, though not in the respected religious sense, charlatans.
Yeah. Okay. And these charlatans promised them treasure.
They did. They promised the antiquities were there, but they were guarded by the Jinn.
Jinn, like genies, supernatural beings.
Exactly. Spirits often believed in folklore to guard hidden treasures or influence human affairs, and these charlatans claimed the Jinn required a specific terrible price to release the treasure.
Don't tell me.
A blood sacrifice.
Oh my God, a human sacrifice.
Yes, and the conditions laid out by these sorcerers were chillingly precise.
What were they?
The victim had to be the firstborn son, or at least hold that kind of primary position in the family structure. They had to be young, unmarried.
Ahmed fit that description.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
But the most horrific condition, the sorcerers insisted the victim had to be slaughtered while fully conscious, awake and aware. And the killing had to happen over the sacrificial site, over those 20-meter deep excavation pits, so the blood would appease the Jinn and open the way to the treasure.
And this is medieval. It's beyond comprehension.
And the most sickening part, the entire family unit, uncle, aunt, son Adam, and the daughter, they discussed this. They agreed.
They agreed to sacrifice Ahmed, their nephew, their cousin.
They agreed that Ahmed, the kind, hardworking young man who trusted them completely, who came over instantly to help fix their washing machine, he was the perfect victim to fulfill this demonic ritual.
They chose him deliberately.
They chose a phantom promise of buried gold, offered by charlatans over their own flesh and blood.
So Thursday night, the washing machine wasn't broken.
It was the bait, the lure. As soon as Ahmed walked in unsuspecting, his cousin Adam attacked him with a knife.
His own cousin.
Then the 2 sorcerers they'd hired jumped in, and finally the uncle joined the attack, making sure Ahmed was dead.
And the blood.
They drained his blood into those deep pits, just as the ritual demanded. And those strange bloody marks on the walls, part of the same ritual.
Unbelievable. What was their plan then? After the ritual?
Originally, they probably planned to just dump the body somewhere far away, quietly. but they didn't count on the family raising the alarm so
But
quickly.
the frantic search started almost immediately.
Exactly. So now they're trapped. They have Ahmed's body hidden in their house while they have to go outside and pretend to join the desperate search for him. Imagine the psychological horror of that.
Participating in the search while knowing it's monstrous.
That pressure forced their hand. On Friday night, with the search still raging outside, the aunt, the son Adam, and the daughter took the next horrific step.
What was that?
They dismembered Ahmed's body inside the house to make it easier to transport and dispose of later.
While pretending to be grieving, searching family members.
Yes. And then we get to Saturday morning. The aunt's sudden trip to Cairo for leg surgery.
The travel bag.
That bag wasn't for clothes. It contained Ahmed's dismembered remains.
No.
She took that bag and traveled to 3 different distant locations. She scattered the torso in one place, the lower body in another, the head somewhere else, precisely where the villagers eventually found them, trying to confuse things, delay identification.
The calculation, the coldness, it's just, I have no words.
Sustained deceit on a level that's hard to process. Searching for him by day, dismembering him by night, then disposing of the parts while claiming a medical emergency.
And then there was that final desperate lie from the aunt, right? After she fled.
Yeah, utterly despicable. She posted a video on social media from hiding, claiming the whole thing happened because Ahmed had tried to assault her daughter.
A complete fabrication to save her own skin.
Absolutely. A lie completely demolished by the physical evidence, the ritualistic blood patterns, and, crucially, the detailed confessions from multiple family members about the real motive. The sacrifice for treasure.
So, looking at this whole nightmare, what does it tell us? What's the takeaway here?
I mean, it's just a horrifying, stark example of how the lure of wealth, especially quick, easy wealth from something like buried treasure, when it gets tangled up with dangerous superstitions and these predatory charlatans, it can completely obliterate basic human decency, even fundamental family bonds.
It's like the promise of gold just burned away their humanity.
Totally. You have 4 people here, uncle, aunt, son, daughter, driven by this fantasy of riches, manipulated by sorcerers selling nonsense about Jinn.
And they coldly, calculatedly sacrificed one of their own. Someone they claimed to love, someone who trusted them implicitly. They chose imaginary treasure over a real human life, their own family.
It's the ultimate betrayal, fueled by greed and superstition. Thankfully, justice did prevail in this case.
They were all caught.
Yes, all 4 family members involved, the uncle, aunt, son, and daughter, were captured. They confessed to their roles in the premeditated murder, the ritual, the dismemberment. They were all sentenced to death.
Some measure of justice for Ahmed. But it leaves you thinking.
It really does. It leaves you with a heavy question, doesn't it? When people are desperate, maybe economically, maybe just consumed by greed, how vulnerable do they become?
Yeah. And when that vulnerability meets ancient fears like beliefs in Jinn and curses, exploited by people promising miracles.
What responsibility does a community or maybe society at large bear? How do we stop desperation and superstition from letting charlatans dictate literal life or death decisions over innocent people?
A truly horrific question to ponder. The idea that belief, twisted by greed, could lead to this. It's chilling.